So this is a story of my buddy getting lost in the woods. A buddy named Andrew had 2 dogs, and so him and I and another friend, I cannot remember which friend it was, it'll probably come to me later. We went hiking on Dragon's Tooth. It's not that long of a hike, it's probably like an hour-and-a-half hike. The first hour is just hiking, you just, kind of going back and forth. And then the last 30 minutes of the hike is kind of like scrambling, so you'll be like using your hands a little bit to go up some rocks. So it's a little more intricate and you gotta use more of your body. We had made it to the top, so on the way down, so there's like a split. There's like a rock, you can go down this way, you can go down that way. My buddy Andrew and our other friend took one way, and then I went a different way. I don't know, maybe it was a little more difficult. I wanted to try it out. Maybe it was easier. I wanted to take the easier path. I don't remember. Well, the paths they eventually meet up. So I got there and I just waited, and I was like, okay, let me see how long it takes them. And I waited and I waited. Eventually, people were passing, and I would ask them, hey, have you seen a guy with 2 dogs? Like 2 guys, 2 dogs, or anything like that? And people were like, no, I haven't seen anybody come through. And I was like, ooh. People who were coming up had not seen them, and people who were coming down had not seen them. So I was just like, okay, so where are they? That doesn't make sense. And so I turn on my phone. I'm trying to see if maybe I got a text message or something. Usually I put my phone on airplane mode because you don't have any signal, saves battery. I went back on that path and took it, and I was like, they're not here. So I went back to where we were supposed to meet, and I just waited a little bit longer, and I was like, okay, where could they have gone? Did they get lost? Did they take a wrong path? I can't remember if I got a text message first or if I heard them first, but eventually I know for them to find me, I started hearing them making noise. I think he might have texted me and said, we followed a path and we're lost. And I was like, if you're lost, just climb up the mountain. Eventually you'll hit like a trail or something. So I just started trying to make noise. I was like, you should make noise. And then I heard them down the mountain. I was like, okay, they're down there. So we just Marco Polo'd until they came up the side of the mountain. And I can hear him. He was like, do you see Lana? His dogs' names are Lana and Archer from the show Archer. He has a boy and a girl dog. He was like, do you see Lana? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't see any of your dogs. He was like, I only have one of my dogs. I don't know where the other dog went. And so I started freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, where did your dog go? As they got closer, another group was also coming up. He was like, there's another group with us, but they're further down. They're coming up too. And eventually we found out that they had his other dog. When we all got together, we found out that there were 2 people ahead of them, and they were following them, kind of just like, these people are ahead, we don't have to really do too much, we'll just follow them down this path. And the path started getting smaller and less inconspicuous. You can't tell it's a path anymore, and they just kept following these people. And eventually those people were like, okay, we're lost. And then they're like, what do you mean? Okay, so now we're all lost. So they all got lost because they followed somebody down this path that just went into nothing, and they're like, how do we get back? Yeah, it can happen. The trail is marked. People still get lost. You might think it's a trail. It might not be. Someone took this path just to see what's out here. Or maybe it goes to another outlook. Or, maybe people go out here and just want to explore. It happens. So they got lost. Thank God it wasn't dark. They made it back with both of their dogs, and it was kind of scary. Yeah, I was freaking out. We'll be more cautious next time. We've hiked before. You never know. You can always make mistakes.